Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today's video we'll be talking about what is happening in Nagorno-Karabakh region, and this is very important, very important for you to understand where we stand as Muslim, and not only that, how this geopolitics is being played out. But before we talk more about this, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, because we inshallah talk a lot about the current issues about the Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. So again, if you're new here, consider subscribing. We also talk about the coming of the Mahdi, Dajjal, Ya'juj and Ma'juj. Right now, situation is such that we know, I mentioned this hadith in the past many times, that the Malhama will take place. Malhama will take place for different reasons between different countries and at different times. When we talk about Malhama, we do not mean that this Malhama is one decisive battle that we will see right now. That Malhama would take place at the end. Rasulullah, he prophesied that Malhama will take place, but that one is not what we're talking about. That one decisive battle, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about, if you like, mini Malhama, right? And we are saying this mini Malhama, they will give rise or give birth to the major Malhama, because Allah Azza wa Jal will test the believers. Okay, He will test the believers first to find out who is on the right path, who is not on the right path, and then there will be, going back and forth. Eventually, my hope is that the Muslims will be united for the final Malhama, the decisive Malhama. But before they get united, they will go through these mini battles. They will go through a lot of skirmishes, and they will go through a lot of tests and see who would remain on which side. And once one side becomes victorious, inshallah, that side will dominate for the rest of the mankind, rest of the history of the mankind, until inshallah the Qiyamah, and until that big Malhama takes place. So we know that hadith is going to come to true, and we want to talk about that hadith in terms of what, or in light of what is happening right now in the world. Okay, now this thing that is happening between these two countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan, you see, I mentioned in my other video that the Muslims are now being divided. Okay, and because they're divided, we see one group of people, one group of countries, they're supporting, the backing the Azerbaijani brothers and sisters. The other Muslim groups are supporting Armenia, which is very unfortunate, because it is obvious that Armenians are transgressing, they are invading the land of the Azerbaijani brothers and sisters. They are occupying their lands. Nevertheless, it is still not clear, for whatever reason, I do not know. Again, very unfortunate. It is still not clear for the Muslim countries who are supporting Armenia as to why they're supporting Armenia. I mean, it's not clear to me. I don't think it's clear to them, but it is unfortunate that they are supporting a aggressor over a defender. So they're very unfortunate for the Muslim countries. But nevertheless, this was prophesied that this will happen before the coming of Dajjal, the Mahdi, the Ya'juj and Ma'juj that we talk in this channel. So a few things that I want to let you know, a few things about the news. Armenia, this is the latest news. Okay, Armenia and Azerbaijani forces have been engaged in intense fighting over the breakaway Nagorno-Karabakh region on Saturday, scuttling diplomatic efforts to reach a ceasefire to end the latest conflict that has killed hundreds. So we also have seen, dear brothers and sisters, because of Turkey, Azerbaijan has drones. Because of Turkey, they have modern weapons, they have fighter jets. I actually made a video comparing the military power of Azerbaijan versus Armenia. The point here is that because of Turkey, they are overcoming a lot of challenges easily. So for example, we have seen how these drones would fire missile, at Armenian tanks. And it is almost like playing video games. Wallah, it's so easy. Turkey has developed this new technology, the drone technology. They are now looking into markets like Pakistan, Bangladesh, and some other countries, and Afghanistan, to sell this weapon. And believe it or not, they are now thinking of exporting. Before they were importing. It was a huge expense for them in the past. Now they're turning that industry into a profitable industry. But nevertheless, Azerbaijan, they are getting help from Turkey. As a result, Armenia now is realizing, well, you know what? I don't think we can win this win this battle. So let's just call a ceasefire. And this is exactly what they did. If Turkey was not involved, wallahi, if Turkey was not involved, Azerbaijan, they would have found themselves all alone. There would be not a single Muslim country will support them, and they are not supporting them, except Turkey. So because the point is, because of Turkey, Azerbaijani brothers and sisters are holding their heads high, and they are now being able to, talk about negotiation. Hopefully, Armenian forces will leave Azerbaijan once and for all in that region, the Nagorno-Karabakh. But that is something we will see how it plays out. Obviously, Turkey will not support it. If there is a half deal, if Armenia would not withdraw completely, Turkey will never support it. So, in other words, it all depends now on Turkey. Okay, how this negotiation will take place, if there is any negotiation in the coming days, very soon. But nevertheless, Turkey will play a huge role. That would irate Iran. Okay, Iran will get very frustrated because Iran, remember, they support Armenians. Okay, I do not know why they support Armenians, but obviously because of the geopolitical, situation where they are, because of the location, they are siding with Armenian people. And very, very interesting, and I mean very, very unfortunate actually to say. Russia is supporting Armenia. Many other countries are supporting Armenia. By the way, even though we talk about alliance between UAE, Egypt, and those countries, there is a rift. Okay, in recent days, I think it came in the news only yesterday. There is a rift between UAE and Egypt now, with the canal route where all these ships pass by, canal route. Now Egypt is saying that you are not going to be, the UAE is trying to use that route to benefit them, to benefit UAE and also Israel. And Egypt is saying, no, we cannot do this. So we are seeing there is a little bit of tension going on already. Wallahi, anybody who would be siding with this Yahud, they will not be successful. Allah will not make them successful. According to Armenian Defense Ministry spokeswoman Sushan Stepanine, Azerbaijan launched a large-scale new offensive, which Armenia-backed forces had repelled, and launched a counter-offensive. Obviously, these things are not true, that she's accusing our brothers and sisters in Azerbaijan. They have launched, and we launched counter-offensive, even larger scale. Like, come on, you're talking about negotiation, and now at the same time you're talking about counter-offensive. That's pretty interesting. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan's defense ministry said its troops had destroyed a large amount of military equipment belonging to Armenian military. Of course, they have shown it to the world. We have seen those footages coming from the drone, that they were being able to neutralize those tanks. Many soldiers, they were giving up, they were running away, they were being dispersed. So this is what we see. You tell us what we see. Don't come up with your lies and deceptions. During the present day, the troops of the Azerbaijani army, successfully advancing in the intended directions, took possession of new strongholds and carried out a clean-up of the territory from the enemy, the ministry said Saturday. So of course, Azerbaijan, we hope that this will stop. We hope and we pray this will stop, because it is not something good. We want peace. Okay, we want peace. However, if Armenia doesn't stop, they will lose. And perhaps this is why they are trying to negotiate a deal. This is going to bring if it continues in the long term, if this conflict continues in the long term, then many other Muslim countries will get involved and they will be fighting against each other. There will be a lot of mini battles, as we say, malhama will take place. Thank you, Jazakallah for tuning in. Inshallah, like this video if you did, share this video, and I'll see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.